Today we're talking to Ewan McGeady, who is one of the Altrincham Football Club Academy graduates from the end of last season. Ewan has been selected as part of Phil Parkinson and Neil Sorville's first team squad for the upcoming season. Congratulations on your graduation from the academy and also for your inclusion in the 23-24 squad, Ewan. And you've been at Altrincham for 2 years now. Tell us about your early life in football leading up to you joining the Robins.
Thank you to start off with. And started playing football when I was about 5 or 6, and then started trying around for numerous different clubs. And I actually got in at Stoke City when I was at 9, stayed there for 3 years. And after the under-12s, I went down to Wrexham because I knew a couple of friends down there. Main reason I got down there to trial, had a little 6-week trial. And then I stayed there for another 4 years, and but obviously due to COVID, there was problems getting across the border. So during the under-15, under-16 moments, I couldn't really get down there to train. And when it got to the scholarship decision time, I unfortunately didn't get one. Well, that's when I heard about the Altrincham plan down there by Sarah Newton. I sent her an email, and she was nice enough to let me come down. And I had 2 trial games to begin with on the Saturday and the Sunday, and then quickly got invited down for the next training session on the Tuesday, and that's when I got told about the scholarship plan. I got offered one, which was a very happy moment after obviously the Wrexham moment. So I was over the moon, and then that's when my Altrincham journey started, and it was a very enjoyable experience.
And a scholarship was very much what you were looking for?
Yeah, 100%. All I've known is football, so when I got offered it was something I couldn't really turn down.
When you joined Altrincham Football Club, quite early days for the academy, and in your first season, it was a very successful season. We had 2 teams, and the first team won the National League Under-19 Alliance H Division. So that was great success for you in your first season and for the club.
Oh, 100%, yes. It was a tough league, we know. It was very enjoyable one though. I was pretty much learning a new position at right back, so that was I learnt a lot in that year. And obviously Phil, Parky, and I'm going to get fined for whatever I say that. Gaffer and Neil, they took it. So I learnt a lot from them, working under them for the first year. So it was, it was a great year. It was obviously great winning that league.
And there's some big clubs in that league: AFC Fylde, Stockport County, Wrexham, your former club, because it was a North Wales and North West and North Wales division. Yeah. So you were going to some good setups.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. So numerous good teams in that league. So it was a tough one to win. So it was a very proud moment for us all that we actually won that league, and we deserved to in the end. We had a very strong team that year, and we did what we had to do under great management that year.
We also got to the semi-finals of the National League Under-19 Alliance National Cup. Unfortunately, in a very close game, a very good game against Chesterfield at BTH, we lost 2-1. I think Ryan Morton scored our goal with a really good header, and that was a really good achievement to go that far in a national competition.
Yes, it really was. It was a tough competition. When we faced Chesterfield, they were a very strong team. I remember the striker that day was a very good player. So marking against him, playing against him, it was a good learning experience as well. So we were unlucky on the day, but we did well to get to that point in that tournament. So
I can remember Neil Sorville, who was involved with the academy that season and was watching that game. He said that the Chesterfield number 9 was the best that they'd come across all season, and they were clearly a very, very, very good side. But a very successful season 1, season 2, and development for the club as we moved our first team into the National League Under-19 Alliance Northern Division. So that was pretty much a whole new ball game.
Oh, it was, yeah. Obviously, we're sort of getting a new team together as well, because obviously we lost the second years that year, so us lot moved up to the second years. We had some new players coming in, so that was something we had to deal with as well. But obviously, it was a different type of opponents as well. I remember the first day we went to Darlington, it was obviously a shock to us always. It was like a 4-hour trip there, so that obviously might have played a part in the day, like the performance that day. But Everyone in that league were very good teams, so every time you turned up it was a tough game. There was no easy games in that league at all, but I think it helped us all playing in that league 100% because it was a very high calibre of opponents in that year.
And in terms of you as a player, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm an aggressive right back. I like a tackle, but I'm not afraid to get forward as well. Obviously, I like attacking, getting the ball into the box, overlapping my wingers. It's a big part of playing as a right back is your relationship as a winger. So, relationship with your winger. So I like to get past him, work with my wingers, and but obviously I like a tackle. So that's what I do as a right back.
And you went out on loan to Altrincham Town during this season. How did you find North West County's football?
It was a big jump up. At the time, I just turned 18. I remember getting a phone call from Ross Spite in the morning telling me that he thought I was ready to go down there, so obviously I was buzzing. I knew a couple of friends who played for Altrincham as well, so it's a group I settled into straight away. So that helped a lot. And the managers, Dean and Dom, they couldn't have been better with me. They stuck with me when I was a young lad playing against men. Obviously, right back and playing against brutes. It was tough to begin with. It took a little bit of learning, but in the end I got it, and I couldn't thank them more for sticking with me, and as I got used to it. But it was great playing down there. It was a different type of defending really, because I was dealing with a lot with the air, a lot of long balls, but it really helped me because compared to the academy, it's all nice football, playing 1-2 touch passes. But when I went down to Irish, maybe I was heading the ball a bit more, but it really helped my defending a lot. So I think it helped me improve as a defender.
It's an excellent league, the North West Counties League.
It is, yeah, 100%. You learn a lot down there, especially as a young lad, as like myself. But yeah, great lads down at Altrincham. Couldn't praise them more.
And your big moment came for the first team when you played against Vauxhall Motors in the Cheshire Senior Cup at the start of the year. It was a tough game for us. Vauxhall are a very, very good side, good strong setup there. They had some excellent players, but in the end we prevailed on penalties. How did you find your debut?
I only found out I was starting the night before, so obviously a little bit of nerves in there, but in the warm-up I started as soon as a player who helped me a lot that day was Miles Welch-Hayes. He was the right centre-back and he took me through the whole game, so he really calmed my nerves really, so it just felt like any normal game. I remember the winger that day was very direct at me, so it was a good learning experience to defend against him as well. It's because the Vauxhall Motors are a good team. They were top of the league at that time, and only played the first half, but it was a very, very good experience.
And Miles Welch-Hayes had a very successful spell at Altrincham Football Club on loan from Harrogate Town, and just got himself a really good move into the Scottish Premiership with Livingston. So we interviewed Miles on Radio Alti and for Alti TV, and he really good guy and somebody who would always look after the younger players, I think. Yeah,
100%. He really helped me that day a lot. Obviously, I had Ben Pringle in front of me as well on the right wing, and he was another one who taught me through it. So, yeah, I couldn't thank them two more.
So, when did you find out that you were going to be invited in for this season for the first team squad?
It was only around about 2 weeks ago now. I had a little meeting with Gaffer, and he told me about his plans for me this season, and it was very exciting times for me and my family. They were over the moon. I think my gran was ready to do some cartwheels when she found out, so yeah, she was buzzing as well.
And the name McGeady, that sounds like it's got some Celtic roots. What's the background?
So that's my dad's side, yes. So they're all Scottish and Irish down there, so yeah, that's from my dad's side.
So you said you're a tough tackling defender, which is probably the sort of most people's mindset of Scottish and Irish defenders. So you should fit in well here. How have your first sessions gone with the first team at the start of reporting back for training? So
unfortunately, I've had a little niggle in my hamstring, so I've been with the physios Ellie and Steve so far, but they've been brilliant with me. Couldn't ask for anything better. So I'm on a little plan at the minute, and it's not going to be too long, about a week or two now. So just got to work hard, hopefully get back on the pitch soon, which I'm dying to do. Watching everyone play football and you're stuck in the physio room, it's not what you want to begin with, especially as I'm just new to everything, but something I've got to get through, work hard and back on that pitch and do what I can do.
And National League football, how much have you seen of that?
I used to come down and watch the games. I used to work on the games, selling programmes, so I've watched a fair few games. It's obviously a very good league, very good standard down here, so it's something I aspire to one day, watching the first teamers do it. Hopefully I can do it one day. So, yes.
It's a very physically strong league as well.
Yes, it is, yeah. So, got to work hard in the gym and get out there.
And in terms of this upcoming season, what have you set yourself any goals?
Get over this little injury I've got. That's the main one, to get over this, and then hopefully see what I can do maybe get out on loan. I've had a chance, but obviously with this little hamstring niggle I've got at the minute, I couldn't go down there. But hopefully, it's a very exciting year, many possibilities, and I'm really, really looking forward to it. And
I guess you'll miss your chums from the academy, because most of them, there's obviously three or four of them around that you know very, very well, but most of them have gone on to pastures new.
Of course, but they're all a bunch of great lads, and I've no doubt in my mind they've got big futures ahead of them all. Very good players, so I'm excited to see what they're going to do as well. Great players. Yes,
one of the great things about the academy system per se is that it gives you a great grounding if you want a career in football, which clearly these lads do, and it won't be a surprise to see them turning up at probably different levels in the coming years.
Yeah, no doubt about it. No doubt about it.
Ewan McGeady, thanks very much for joining us today. All the best for this season. All the best in your time at Altrincham Football Club, and big congratulations once again on your graduation from the academy and joining the first team squad for the upcoming season.
Thank you very much. Cheers.